Namaste, my dear friends. I'm Dr. Preeti Kohli. I'm a transformational coach and a consulting homeopath. As we know that our true nature is that we are these complete beings. We are spiritual beings who are having a physical experience. The masters have so beautifully said that we were one with this whole. We, like the scientists, the spiritual scientists say, there was a big bang. So this one which with a bang got divided. So there was this one, and we, as sparks of consciousness, as light, have really taken form. But as we have taken form, we are actually belonging to that and we carry the same quality of that wholeness. So we are complete multidimensional beings. However, when we take the physical form in the physical body, where we are coming down into this plane, the density here is very different. There's a veil of which is actually not letting us know this complete nature. And this is actually not a punishment, this is a game that we have all entered. A game that we come here and how we can actually go back to that same nature, being here, forgetting all about that. So, all of us here who are on the path are really doing that. Whatever paths that we may be taking, whether it's bhakti, whether it's meditation, whatever that we are doing, the intention behind it is that we really know our true nature and that we live here as that true multidimensional spiritual beings, right?
And in this journey of being here, where we actually forget this nature, we are really moving towards trying to get glimpses and knowing about our this nature. तो ये जो ह्यूमन नेचर है, जो ह्यूमन जर्नी है, इसमें एक जो बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट होता है वो होता है इमोशंस का. So as human beings we feel a lot of emotions, right? And these emotions, if we have to categorize in basically two categories, two broad categories, every emotion can be classified into. One is love based and the other is fear based. एक जिनमें प्यार होता है, वो जो लव बेस्ड इमोशन होते हैं, जब हम फील करते हैं, we automatically then get connected to more our या closer to our source. और दूसरा जो होता है fear based, that takes us away from the source. What do I mean by love based and fear based? For example, love in itself, compassion, joy, sharing, ये सारे love based होंगे, right? And जब हम sharing भी feel करते हैं, what we are feeling is we are feeling abundant. So that is closer to our true nature. That is closer to the source. Whereas if we are feeling jealousy, competitiveness के बहुत कम है और हमें उसके लिए compete करना है, or we are feeling a lot of anger, resentment, we are somewhere moving away from the source. Now जो हमने बात की कि कहीं पे जब when we are taking this journey, of course we have free will. और ये free will और ये जो power है हमारे अंदर, उससे हमें क्या करना हमारे लिए सीखना important है, is that we need to become alchemist of our emotions. Meaning, we all feel fear-based emotions as well. So each human being also feels anger, jealousy, all of it. But when I'm feeling that emotions which are fear-based, I need to be the alchemist and transform that. Emotions are just energy, so it cannot be destroyed. We need to just be able to transform that into more love-based emotions. जैसे हमने कहा कि हमने चूज किया है ये लाइफ, वी आर कमिंग हियर, तो ये जो हम चॉइसेस करते हैं इस लेवल पे, सोल लेवल पे, उसमें बहुत डिटेल चॉइसेस होती हैं. सो वी आर चूजिंग कि हमें किस तरह के पेरेंट्स, किस तरह की फैमिली, which will really help us to learn the lessons that we need to learn. We all have some lessons that we have chosen, which we know according to our soul journey we need to learn.
So here, when we are actually meditating and trying to be, but we have not yet achieved, or even before that, this delusion of being separated from the wholeness is there. And in that fear, in that aloneness, the different fears that each of us carry, they really help us to also align to the path. All of us have fears. So there are in all 7 such dragons. The masters have divided it to 7 different categories. Each kind of fear, it's like a dragon. It looks so scary to us. But each of these fears, the fear energy, it's actually all emotions are just energy. And this energy can be transformed. We cannot really kill this energy. We cannot destroy this energy. The energy needs to be transformed. That's the nature of energy. Now, the purpose of talking about these dragons is that we identify which is the strongest one for that. This is a part of really knowing ourselves, because at the level of the spirit, before we are taking this life, for each life we have, it's almost like we've selected one primary fear dragon. We may have more than one, but definitely one is going to be our primary fear dragon. So when we identify which is our primary fear dragon, and we know what is the negative pole of that, like I said, the energy can be transformed. So this energy has a negative pole, this fear has a negative pole, and it can be transformed to the positive pole, right? So we know which is your fear dragon, then you know what is the negative, you know what is the positive. And this helps you to really be aware of it. Because before this fear becomes overwhelming, it starts as a little small thing, maybe a sensation in your body, maybe a particular thought. And if you catch yourself at an early moment, you really get out of it and you don't act out of it. So this is the way that you actually start transforming your life in a big way. Okay. So these fear dragons are chosen to help us in evolving. The whole purpose is only evolution. So the purpose behind any fear dragon, even if the fear dragon sounds so negative or so overwhelming, the whole purpose is only and only evolution. It is only for us to be helped, and we have chosen this at a soul level.
So the first dragon is self-deprecation. जो self-deprecation होता है, what is this fear? This is a fear that I am inadequate, that I am unworthy. मतलब कि कुछ मेरे में कमी है. एक ये fear कि there is something wrong with me. So there is this inferiority complex and this feeling of I am unworthy. और इस dragon का जो positive है, if we are operating, supposing ये मेरा बड़ा dragon है, now when I'm moving to the positive side of this dragon, what will be there? There will be humility. I will be able to understand my position relative to the others. तो मुझे पता है कि मैं कोई inferior किसी से नहीं हूँ, मेरी एक अपनी जगह है और दूसरों की एक अपनी जगह है. So this is what the positive element is. What will be the negative element of this self-deprecation? The negative element is putting oneself down, a feeling of deep inferiority. So for example, if your words are, मुझसे तो होता ही नहीं है, मुझे तो कभी आता ही नहीं है, मुझे तो याद ही नहीं रहता, या ऐसे जो लोग होते हैं, सपोजिंग आपके घर पे कोई आता है और आपको लगता है मेरा घर ना, सॉरी मेरा घर बहुत छोटा है, सॉरी मेरे घर में ना अभी चीजें अच्छे से नहीं रखी हुई हैं, सो और सॉरी मेरा घर तुम्हारे जितना अच्छा नहीं है. So this apologetic thing, putting oneself down, comes from this kind of a thing. So it's important that we identify if this is our primary dragon, right? It's a powerful place to be when we are able to identify, and you can just make a note of it, right? So where you kind of feel this dragon, or you've seen that maybe you were operating from this at some point. So the second dragon, dear friends, is of arrogance. ये जो arrogance होता है, arrogance मतलब क्या, ऊपर से वो दिखते हैं कि बहुत ही they really think high of themselves, बट इनके अंदर भी जो फियर होता है, दैट फियर इज ऑफ बीइंग जज्ड, द फियर ऑफ बीइंग रिजेक्टेड, तो अंदर वो भी ऐसी ही इंफीरियोरिटी कैरी करते हैं जैसे कि दूसरे वाले करते हैं, सेल्फ डेप्रिकेशन वाले. बट द सेल्फ डेप्रिकेशन यू विल सी मोर ऑफ पुटिंग themselves down, whereas the arrogance ones are more putting themselves high. You will see them as more haughty people, or you will feel like, you know, they really think very high of themselves. The deep fear that they have, they cannot, it's like a wall that they have around them. They don't let you in. So I have to act very snobbish and very high. I have this wall around me because I cannot let you in. I am scared कि आप मुझे judge तो नहीं करोगे if I let you in. If you see what is really there in me, you will think I'm not good enough, right? So कहीं पे this fear of rejection, fear of being judged, fear of vulnerability is what is there. They have a mask of superiority to cover the shyness that they have deep within. Now also what we see is that they will actually be judging others. तो ये जो लोग हॉटी दिखते हैं वो लोग दूसरे को जज करेंगे, कैसे कपड़े पहनती है ये, या कैसे अपना घर रखती है. They will be actually judging other people also. Now if we have this fear dragon as our primary dragon, then how will you know whether you're moving to the positive? In a positive way, you will have again perspective in your achievements. आपने जो भी achieve किया होगा, you feel pride in that, you have a perspective of that, but you don't put the other people down. You're also a very self-assured person. Whereas in the negative, if you can see this difference, there is vanity, matlab show off, right? There is vanity, there is a superiority, or a judgmental nature or snobbish one. So if we can just note down again, supposing if this is your fear dragon, then you know कि आपको इस पॉजिटिव की तरफ मूव करना है, राइट? और ना इस नेगेटिव. जब आप इसमें जाने लगते हैं, then you know that you are on the negative. The third dragon, my dear friends, is greed. Greed के अंदर जो fear है, ऊपर से when we see people who are greedy, the fear that they have is there is never enough of what I want. Now जरूरी नहीं है कि ये हम पैसों के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, राइट? तो दिस कुड बी क्लोथ्स. मुझे हर बार लगता है कि मेरे पास तो इनफ कपड़े नहीं है. It could be about jewelry. It could be about sex. It could be about friends. So I'm all the time feeling that this is not really enough. मेरे पास enough नहीं होता है. So what we want is that we want to get more and more, and we are on that drive to accumulate more, right? What is going to be the positive of this, my dear friends? The positive is going to be appetite. Meaning कि एक ड्राइव होना अच्छा है कि हम लाइफ में we have also come here for a purpose, right? There is a bigger purpose, and when we are trying to just learn the lessons, very likely we are not even aware of what our purpose is. तो हमारी जब ड्राइव होगी तभी हम इवन अपने लेसन्स लर्न कर पाएंगे और हम अपने पर्पस की तरफ भी मूव कर पाएंगे और पर्पस को भी फुलफिल कर पाएंगे. तो एक ड्राइव होना, एक एपेटाइट होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. तो ये पॉजिटिव इज हैविंग द एपेटाइट, allowing abundance. So it is only when I actually allow it also will it come to me, and seeking fulfillment. So this is going to be the positives of greed. So जब हमारे अंदर ये fear dragon है, if we transform it, this is where if we feel that's a good point to be. And the negative here is eternal dissatisfaction. Poverty consciousness is, so it's not really about how much money we have, but do we feel enough? And when we are feeling constantly that there is not enough, I am not enough, मेरे पास कम है, then we are living in poverty consciousness. And then we have hoarding, right? And then we have money hungry. So these are aspects. Money, or again, like I said, it could be other things as well. So these are things which will show us that we are in the negative aspect of it, right? लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड कि ये हमारे फियर्स इस प्लेन पे आए कैसे. सो व्हेन वी हैव कम हियर, हमारे पेरेंट्स, हमारी स्कूलिंग, हमारी जो सोसाइटी है, उसकी जो कंडीशनिंग रही है, कहीं ना कहीं उस कंडीशनिंग में हमारे जो एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं उसमें ये आ गया होगा. बहुत बार जो हमारी फीलिंग्स होते हैं, जो हमारे इमोशंस होते हैं, वो एक टाइम पे ट्रिगर भी ऐसा होता है जब भी supposing I'm feeling fear, I'm feeling jealous. Now, what is underlying that jealousy? There is some need that I have which is not being fulfilled. Yeah?
This fear dragon is called self-destruction. The fear is of life itself. In this fear dragon, the belief is that life is not worth living and it is characterized by a wanting, a desire to harm oneself, a suicidal tendency. They could be harming themselves physically, or they could also be harming themselves emotionally, mentally, right? Now, this fear dragon, friends, is always chosen for a karmic reason. What do I mean by that? Like I said, that it's for the soul's evolution. So, supposing that in a past life we have committed suicide, right? Now we have the suicidal tendency still, and karmic reason mean I have to learn something out of it. So I have to learn to respect life now. I cannot be taking away my life just because there is a challenging situation. Challenges is something that we have selected. Challenge is the way that we really grow to the next level, right? For example, if you just for the understanding purpose, see how video games work, right? How do video games work? So there is a certain kind of challenge. When you overcome that challenge, when you have finished that, you get certain points and you are going to the next level. And then there are different level of challenges there. Now this challenge helps us to really grow and improve the game as well, right? So we have really selected that, and we need to now respect life. We cannot give away the life for because of these challenges. Of course, the challenges sometimes here look very hard, but there is always help available. So these people will have this self-destructive tendency, and what is important is at that moment this awareness needs to come that they need to evolve out of it and they need to really overcome the challenge. They need to respect life more than anything else. The positive pole, friends, is sacrifice, surrender, and willingness to really give something which is valued for a greater cause. So they are not necessarily, when they move to the positive pole, are going to be about self-preservation. They see a bigger cause and they are ready to be there for that cause, not really thinking about themselves. So when these people, they really move into the positive pole, they can really be great contributors. They can really be, in a very positive state of mind also for themselves as a result of contributing to this bigger cause. The negative pole of this is self-destruction, suicidal, and self-sabotage. So if you would like to note down, you could just note these down. This would be particularly helpful if you have streaks of this. So even if it is not primary for you, but if you think sometimes you tend to go into that, and recognizing that respecting life is what needs to come. This is the lesson that we have to learn. The next fear dragon, my dear friends, is martyrdom. Now, what is martyrdom? Martyrdom is a feeling of being like a victim, okay? A fear that one is not free. I'm not free and I'm trapped. And this trapped could be by a person, could be by a situation, could be, whatever is happening in their life. So one feels trapped by them. One feels as if one is martyred because of whatever is happening outside. Let's take an example for the role of a mother, for example. A lot of the times, a mother, for the child, when she's there for the child, she needs to really also it automatically happens that she is there putting aside her needs. She's there just to take care of the needs of the child. It comes a lot of the times naturally, particularly if your needs are fulfilled, right? But a lot of the times our needs are not fulfilled, and when the mother is there and she is obviously trained and she's been told that she needs to do it, so when she's there, she's really not able to be there with her heart. She's feeling like a victim. She's feeling like, I have to do all of this because of you. In the whole situation, she's literally feeling trapped, right? So there are a lot of, when we do inner child healing, a lot of the times when the people are coming to us, they are saying that yes, the mother was doing everything physically, but she was all the time making us feel like it's because of you that I'm trapped. It's because of you that I have to be in this marriage, I have to stay in this house. It's only because of you. And so they feel like a victim, and they obviously neither does it help the other person, nor does it help themselves, right? This feeling of being like a martyr. Now, what is the positive pole of this? If they were to now, if this is your primary fear dragon, when you will help yourself to get transformed, what will happen? Where will you go? You will be more selfless. You will be able to put yourself out there, right? And really, because of course, for example, the case of a mother, the child has come through her, and of course, this is important for the child. The child's needs right now need to be taken care of. So, when she brings this understanding, this awareness into that moment, she'll be able to leave her story and be there for the child. Whereas the negative pole of this is feeling victimized, victimization. And when the transformation happens, what happens is these people are able to take charge of their life, right? So this is our fifth fear dragon. Okay, and we'll now move on to the next fear dragon. The next fear dragon, my dear friends, is impatience. What is impatience? What is the fear that they have? So we normally wouldn't think that impatient people have fear, but there is a deep fear that they have. The fear of missing out, the fear that there is not enough time, that they have to do everything in a hurry. A lot of the times we also see that this may be their life pattern. They may also have been born very quickly and they need to do everything in a hurry. When typically we are seeing these people, what are they doing? They're pushing the other people, they're judging the other people. They are thinking that they are the better ones, they can do everything very fast. And they develop intolerance towards other people. So the negative pole of this, friends, is intolerance, frustration, and a judgmental nature. They're constantly putting other people down because obviously there is not enough time in them. They are the ones who are doing it fast, and the other people are really not worth it. The positive pole, when we are able to transform this, we are moving towards acceptance. We are able to accept if somebody is slow or if somebody is moving. Everybody has their own pace, and we really respect that. We are able to accept them as they are. The last fear dragon is stubbornness. And this, the people who have this as their fear dragon, they would have realized that they resonate with all the fear dragons that we've spoken about. What is stubbornness? The stubbornness is fear of change, fear of giving up one's position. So I am like this and I don't want to change. I can't, even if you think like that, but this is how I am and I don't want to change. Now, because somebody holds on to this, they will have all the other fear dragons. Okay? They will realize that they resonate with all the others. Okay? And the stubbornness, what is the positive that can come out of stubbornness? The positive is determination. The fixedness of purpose, when we are able to transform, we are going to be very fixed about, yes, this is what I want to do, this is my purpose of life, and I don't get distracted by life very easily. Of course, there are always, even when we say this is my purpose, There are situations that come up in our life. When we have the positive pole of this fear dragon, it will help us to be on the path. However, when it is a negative, we are extremely rigid, we are extremely inflexible, right? And we can understand why, because we are rigid, we are inflexible. Whatever that we are having, we are holding on to it. So in our life experiences, we would have experienced everything, and all those experiences we are holding on to, and that makes us more and more rigid. The rigidity triggers that, and that causes more rigidity to us. Now, what will happen when there is transformation? There is positive intention, and they are more fixed with their purpose. Right? So, this is really like a strong will that will come to them, and there will also be a strong, like a sense of purpose that they have. Right? Now, when we are talking about this, friends, a lot of the times, this fear dragon could be coming from a wounded inner child as well. A lot of the times it happens that as a child, you were really, shamed or labeled as a ziddi bacha, as a stubborn child, right? Now, when a child is trying to really get something, they have their needs, and when they're trying to meet their needs, and if the parents are not necessarily very happy, and this could be for no fault of the child, they label the child as a stubborn child. So it can happen that the roots are there, and when we recognize that stubbornness is there, particularly we need more of the inner child healing. Of course, inner child healing is something that all of us, it's good to look at it, but particularly if you have this, look at where it's stemming from. Right? So, friends, today we are going to do a meditation where in this meditative process we are really going to transform whatever be your fear dragon. Like I said before, we have spoken about these so that you could get aware of what is your core area, and just by being aware, you can transform that, and it helps you really further in your journey. So let yourself take a sip of water if you like before you settle down. We'll meditate for about 15 minutes. Okay, and just take a comfortable posture. You can sit with your eyes closed. Close your eyes. Keep the back straight. Bring your awareness to your breath. Normal breath. Calm breath. All you are doing is just bringing your awareness to it. And as you bring your awareness to it, allow yourself to become relaxed. You will not need to do anything, but just allow it to happen. Allow the breath to just start taking you in a relaxed state. You're just aware of the breath that may be entering from the nostrils, and you're feeling and sensing it more here. Or you may be aware of the entire passage of the breath. Or you may just be watching the belly rising and falling, just the way it naturally is happening to you. Whatever is easy for you, whatever is natural for you, is perfect. Easy is right. relaxation is coming into your whole body. All the mental stress has already left you. There is no judgment that you are now having. A deep sense of love for yourself is coming in as you're breathing now. Where you are now willing to love yourself just the way you are. You may put one hand on your heart if that helps. Just feeling more love. It's absolutely okay if a fear is there. It's absolutely okay if too many thoughts are there. You are just with yourself. Putting one hand on your heart, you are just in this state, in this moment, just with yourself. In a deep state of relaxation. Being there for yourself, being there with love. And to deepen the state even more, to feel this love even more deeply. Let yourself feel or visualize yourself in a beautiful safe space of nature. A safe space of nature of your own choice. Could be a dense forest, a garden, a waterfall. Whatever that's coming to you. And you're feeling even more relaxed, even more safe. You're able to feel even deeper love for yourself at this moment, in this beautiful space of nature. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just being with yourself. Being with yourself. Being there for yourself. And as you're there with yourself, completely without any judgment, with a deep sense of love for yourself, the fears that you may have, the fear dragon that may be there in you, which comes up once in a while, or which you may have recognized, is now showing up. You're becoming aware of it. It's absolutely okay for you to feel it right now. Become aware of it. You may become aware of it in the form of some sensations in your body, or certain feelings. Just notice them. Feel how it feels, so that you know where in your body do you carry this fear dragon, where do you feel it in your body. feeling it. You're becoming aware of it. And as you're completely aware of it, you are noticing that there is a bench in this beautiful place of nature which is specially for you, or a particular spot which is so special you can feel the energy difference there. This is the transformation bench or the transformation spot. This entire space of nature, this healing space of nature, has a very supportive energy, non-judgmental, caring energy, a healing energy. And you're now feeling like you want to go and sit in this transformation bench or the transformation spot. Carrying this whole sensation that you are feeling in your body, or carrying the feeling related to the fear dragon, you are moving towards this bench, towards this spot. You are moving there and you are sitting there. 3, 2, and 1. Each one of us will receive help. We'll feel the transformation, sense it in our own unique way. Help is coming on this bench in the very unique way for you. You may sense like a beautiful energy shower coming onto you from the sky, which is the divine help that's coming to you. You may feel certain masters, guides' presence and their support. Or you may feel a spirit animal, a power animal coming there, coming forward, stepping there to help you. You may feel or sense your own higher self's help. Grace just shining upon you, as if this golden light which is descending upon you. And this whole help that's coming is helping you to now transform this energy. This fear dragon, this energy that you were sensing or feeling in a particular part of your body. Trust whenever you're ready, with the help of these energies, it will transform. Do not expect it, just surrender to it. By surrendering to it, you allow yourself to receive that help that's coming for you. You may feel a different sensation, you may just hear a word, get a different feeling. All you need to do is just be with your breath and relax deeper to it. The next 2 minutes, just surrender to this deep silence. Let yourself drift away and receive this help. Allow it. Feel it. Sense it. Let yourself go. Whichever form that it's coming, just surrender to it. Let yourself more and more loose. feel it happen, watch it happen. Notice how does this changed feeling feel? What sensation that you carry? What message that you're getting? What feeling that you're having? And as you notice it, anchor it deep in your body. You have all the power within you. You have all the help available to you to transform this. Know that the next time you sense the same fear, you will be able to watch this transformation just by intending it. Just by you taking a minute and intending this transformation, you'll be able to feel this. You'll be able to remember this feeling of this change and anchor it in your body so that this starts to become more your state. Let this feeling deepen even further, as if anchoring deeper in your body. Remember the color if you're seeing something. Remember the smell if you're sensing a particular smell. Let yourself remember what you are feeling in your body. The sensations, the subtle sensations or the visuals that are coming to you. Just by remembering that, just by feeling it again, you'll be able to tune back into it. This is your true nature. All this help is available to you. We can start living this reality. And by living more and more of this, we become more and more of this. Thank your masters, the guides, the power animals who would have stepped forward to help you. Know that you can come to this bench whenever you enter your meditation. Carry this energy with you. And last 10 seconds, my dear friends. Bring your insights, remembering your insights, recapitulating them. You can slowly start bringing yourself back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take 3 long and deep breaths. Slowly you can rub your palms together, put them on your eyes, and slowly you can open your eyes. Thank you. See you once again.